Everyone's here already. Tina's here. Ted is here. Ted and Tina. All right. Yeah, this has been such a great, fun live streaming day. Just one of those days where I wanted to see if I could live stream on all 3 channels and do like big, long live streams. And I'm exhausted because I've been up since last night. In fact, the walk I did last night was the beginning of my day. So this is the 3rd time I'm walking today. I'm heading to Bedford. I'm kind of hoping to find some cool junk. I'm not 100% sure yet. I have the radar on. It feels like it's a junk night. It feels like one of those nights where junk is to be had. It's been fun. You guys been in most of the streams all day long. This is crazy. This is the most I've done in a day so far, I think. This equipment, my phone, my stabilizer, I'm just using the crap out of this stuff. Hey, Ralph. Jason, my stabilizer was charging while I was doing the comic stream. I also just got a second stabilizer today, a backup one. So I have 2 stabilizers, so I can always have one charging while I'm using one, so that I can increase the frequency of live walking if I want. And it's crazy. On the main channel, the live stream, I lost 12 subscribers. So the live stream killed it by 12 people, which, again, I don't think people see the live stream and think, oh, this guy sucks, let me unsubscribe. I think it's the algorithm just likes to kick off a certain amount of people each time, just to because it needs to kick people off that are inactive or something. But it's very demotivating. I wish YouTube wasn't set up that way, because it makes you feel like every time you post something, people are unsubscribing. The Walks channel is getting 6 subscribers today, so that channel actually grew a lot. And the comic channel gained, I think, 7 subscribers during the live stream. So 7 people came in and were like, this is cool, let me subscribe. That's crazy. Yeah, no, well, it's not even weeding out. I think it's just the algorithm automatically kicks off people. What it used to do is like a couple times a year, you'd lose like 2,000 subscribers all at once. But I think they changed it so that it bleeds it slowly, with the thought that you would try to outgain how much you're losing so you don't notice it. But since a lot of people aren't subscribing to my channel right now, all I notice is the people leaving every time. It's kind of frustrating, honestly. Or not frustrating, it's demotivating. But it was fun today. People were enjoying the stream. I had lots of positive comments. So I'm gonna start streaming the store like once a day for maybe an hour. Just see how that goes. See what I could do if I do that every day for a month. The question is, can I do the walk stream, the comic stream, and the store stream every day for 30 days? Do you think I could do that, or do you think that's crazy? I'm not 100% sure. I am cutting back on Whatnot. So I'm not going to be doing as much Whatnot work, so that I won't have that time taken up. Doing the actual walk and talks in the streams means I'm not editing as much, so I actually feel like I can do a lot more just by doing these live streams. Like on a really busy YouTube day, I would film for like 5 hours maybe, and then edit for another 5 to 10 hours. So it'd be like 3 days to get through a couple videos. So I feel like today how many live streams did I do? I did the walk in the afternoon. I did the store first. Store first for like an hour and a half. Then I did the walk into this pricing for 3 hours. Hey, Joe. And then, yeah, I think I can try 30 days. We'll see what happens after 30 days. I'm going to try. I might have to give up after a few days. I might miss a few days. But I'm just having fun with it. So I'm not going to get too upset with it. What I want to do is just try it out and see what happens. I think it'll be fun. I like seeing at least 2 of the channels are growing. The comic channel and the walk channel is growing. So I do see a little bit going on each day. And that's all you ask for, just a little progress. It doesn't have to be like perfection every day. But yeah, what did I do? So that was hour and a half in the store, 3 hours walk into the store. So that's 4.5, hour and a half, 5, 6 hours. And so this walk is going to be about an hour. 7 hours today. Jeez. 7 hours of streaming today. That's a lot of streaming. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun actually. And the watch hours will probably be a lot today on this channel just because we did 3 hours and it was actually quite a big audience. The comic channel had the biggest audience. I think the comic channel had 73 people at the peak. The main channel only had 63 people, so the comic channel beat it out. Hey, Darren. People seem to be out and about having fun. It's nice weather today. It's gorgeous right now. It's like 69, maybe 67, with a nice little chilly breeze. Feels beautiful right now. Whew. But yeah, I'm tired. Today's the day. I hopefully sleep a good night's sleep. I want to get 10 hours maybe if I can. Jason, maybe 2 hours is too much, but at the same time it helped me get all that pricing done. I was streaming for 3 hours and I actually enjoyed that a lot. I wasn't thinking, oh my god, I'm pricing pops, I don't want to do this job. I was thinking like, oh, I'm hanging out with friends and then talking and chatting and having a fun time. So I think actually the streaming helped my sanity for at least the pricing part. And then, that's what helps me with the walking part. So the thing, I guess maybe just the store video, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow because I don't have another 300 pops to show. I have to continue to price out. So I have to start thinking of what I want to do in the store for an hour each day. That's not boring for me or people hanging out. Whereas the comic streams are fine because I just grab a short box or two of comics and I show them and have fun with that. That's the easy stream. And then the walking stream is just a laid back stream where I don't have to worry about it too much. It becomes whatever it is. I never know what a stream's going to be when I'm walking. I just start walking, start talking, and then before you know it, some topic comes up and I'm having a big long conversation about it. Whew, but yeah, I feel the exhaustion. So I think we're just going to go for an hour today. An hour is probably more than enough to get my 10,000 for the day. Walking is good. It's awesome that you guys have been here. I can't believe, I stream for so many hours a day and you guys are just hanging out. Yeah, I'm thinking what I might do is get a harness. I should have a harness somewhere and just hook up the phone to the harness. That way I can sweep, organize, price. The only thing is it'll be harder to read what people are saying. I'll figure something out though. Or maybe not today, but maybe within this week I need to get a a portable mic that I can put on my shirt and then just hook up the camera of a full wide shot, and then I can just walk wherever I want in the store while working, and the camera is just more a wide shot, but I can still talk and chat and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to need a lot of sleep tonight though, because I've been up since last night. I think I woke up at 8, I think. So I've been up for, holy crap, I've been up a long time then. 8. So I've been up for 26 hours. Yeah, I'm tired. See, this is what happens. This is why my sleeping schedules get messed up too, because I will get really tired after doing a long day. What happened on Saturday, I was exhausted. I went to bed, but I could only sleep 6 hours. After 6 hours, I woke right up, ready to go. But then I slept 10 hours. About 10 hours later, I was only up for 10 hours. Then I slept 10 hours. Because then my body was like, yep, time to sleep. But now all day, because I slept 10 hours is too much, now my body's been like, yeah, you're just awake now for 26 hours. I'm crazy. My brain is crazy. I'm just crazy like that. But that's me. Superpower. Oh, that's a good one. Teleportation, I think. Teleportation. I use my superpowers to super collect. We're I'm going to, I don't know. I want to go to a comic shop in Colorado. Teleport. I'm there. My only problem is I wouldn't have invulnerability. Invulnerability might be nice too, because I don't want to get killed while I'm trying to teleport. I would need multiple powers, honestly. Because I want to teleport, invulnerability, and I don't know, something else. So I can have my collection somewhere safe. I'm in China right now. Oh look, Italy, shopping for comics. Oh look, I found a Ziggy in Norway today. I feel like I did a little bit. I just was never really daytime. Like, yeah, I know I did it. I had the hardest time sleeping at night. And I was up a lot of nights. I just remember being terrified of the middle of the night. And so I would, like, when I would hear the birds chirping, it was the most beautiful sound because I knew it was time to, like, I could get up and do stuff. But, you know, I tried to sleep during a normal time a lot more when I was a kid because you had to for school and stuff. But I just wasn't as functional. I feel like I'm way more functional now. I mean, look at today, what I've done today. I've live streamed for 7 hours. I bought a collection of comics that I showed you guys. I priced out, 150 pops for sale. Teleported again. I love my sound effects. Love the sound effects. Hey, Ralph. I'm not sure if I said hello or not. Hello, anyone else I've missed? Oh, we are disconnecting over here. Okay, we're back a little bit. Trying to find a connection. Okay, I think we just time traveled. No, I don't know if, like, I love the idea of time travel. My only problem is I feel like I would cause some kind of paradox and I would lose something precious to me, like a family member or something, just by changing, butterflying, affecting something in the past. What I really want is, if you guys watch Lock and Key, one of the keys went to a cabinet where in that cabinet you could put stuff that's broken in it and it would reverse time and fix that stuff. So instead of having a time travel, I would just want that cabinet so that I could take like a coverless copy of a Golden Age comic book, stick in the cabinet, turn the key, and then it would be a brand new copy again. That's all I would need. But yeah, I've thought about time travel. I mean, it would be cool to have like a TARDIS, because not only do you have time travel with the TARDIS, but you have an infinite space. If I need a new like 10,000 square foot room for a collection, poof, it's there. I'm ready to go. But yeah, I've watched, I don't know, have you watched About Time? I believe it's called About Time. My favorite time travel movie. And there's one scene, I'm not going to explain it, I'm just a little hint of a scene. But there's one scene where something happens to his sister, so he time travels back in time to fix what happened, but completely screws up something else way more important. So yeah, time travel can screw up things that I wouldn't want to screw up. But yeah, I mean, fuck, it'd be so, I've thought about it. I even did an Instagram post where I looked on eBay. For $100, no, it was like $120. You can buy 100 fresh, like $1952 bills. So like uncirculated $1952 bills for like slightly more than $1 a piece. So I could spend like $150, $125, get $100, time travel back to the mid 50s. Holy crap. Comics are 10 cents each. $100 is the equivalent of, I could buy 1,000 comic books. 3 long boxes of Golden Age. On a single trip, I don't even know how I would carry that. I'd have to bring a young cart with me back in time. Maybe that's why my sleep is all messed up. All the coffees I drink. No, I don't drink that much coffee. I do have the occasional Red Bull and coffee though if my asthma's acting up. But yeah, no, I have weird sleep patterns. It kind of makes it hard for me to fit into society, but it lets me, I sleep when I'm tired, and then I sleep well, and when I wake up, I'm rested, and I can get my productive day started. It makes it sometimes hard when I have to actually do something at a certain time. It's not brief, just a history of time travel. What is it, a show? Is it a documentary? What is it? Because I love time travel. I love Primer. I love the Time Traveler's Wife television series was fantastic. The movie was okay, but the TV series was really good. About Time is one of my all-time favorites. There's that Christopher Reeves time travel movie. Which way do I want to go? I'm gonna go this way, I think. I don't know if I want to go by those places with the high people today. I keep running into obnoxious high people. Oh, it's a mockumentary. Okay, that sounds interesting. Ooh, I am tired. I might not even make an hour tonight. I might make only half an hour. I do feel my sleepiness really starting to kick in a little bit. I don't think I saw Dark. What was Dark about? I'm very curious. I try to watch a lot of things, but half the time I feel like I'm just floundering around trying to figure out what to watch because it's hard to figure out what to watch anymore. I should start asking ChatGPT to make me some lists of stuff to watch. I feel like ChatGPT is so good at figuring things out. Oh, really? Okay. The best German time travel. Okay, I'll add Dark to my list of things I need to watch. I love time travel. You know what I want to make? I want to make one of the most famous collectors was a guy, I forget his name. Someone can look it up for me. But he collected printed material, especially trading cards, up until I think the early 50s. And hello. Just that I've been able to stream all day and have so much fun with everyone. That's that whole process of like 8 hours of streaming today has been fantastic, and just having so many people hang out with me and have a fun time. It's been so fun today. I'm really feeling the tired though. The tired is really hitting me. But yeah, this collector, he started traveling all over the country trying to collect all the printed material, like greeting cards, trading cards, all the things he could happen to get. He got famous because he created the catalog system for baseball cards and whatnot. So all the old tobacco cards, like the way their catalog is based on what he did. And he amassed, at the time, the best trading card collection ever. And he wanted to donate it to the Metropolitan. And they're like, no, we don't want this. This is, schlocky crap. This is commercial junk. We don't want this. And so he tried for a few years to convince them. He's like, no, this is Americana. This is our history. It should be preserved. And so finally, he convinced them that he could donate his collection to the museum. But his collection, they would only take it if he organized it and pasted it all into books. So he started gluing every single item he had, all the cards. Right? So in some ways, that was horrible that they made him glue them all in, so it kind of destroyed all of them in a sense. But so he was a mechanic, I think, and he was just getting too bad arthritis. So he's having a hard time working. So he moved in. He moved into a small apartment by the Met, and he started going every day. He gets glue stick out wherever he used, paste in one card, paste another card, finish maybe 10 pages for that day. And he did that for a few years. 2 or 3 years, he was pasting all those cards. He made these amazing booklets up of all these trading cards and greeting cards, all kinds of printed stuff from the turn of the century. From like the 1800s, 1870 or whatever, up to the 1950s. And then he finished. And he told everyone, he's like, it was nice knowing you guys, but I'm done. He walked out, and like a day later, he died. He just finished it. He just finished the whole collection. He got into the museum, and then he died. Like, I want a movie based on his life story, because I just feel like that was just such passion, and just his collection you can go visit at the museum, which is kind of amazing. I forget his name, but he's one of my favorite collector story people that you hear about, just because he had such passion for it, and he got his collection into a place where it's going to last for decades, years, even millennia, centuries at least. That sounds very, I think it was. It sounds very familiar. I think Burdick was his last name, so that's got to be him. I really want just a documentary on him. In fact, there was another story I read about a guy who started buying and selling Pez in like the early to mid 90s, and he ended up going to Europe to he wanted to go to a factory to try to start buying some like prototypes or rare Pez. And I read it. He wrote like this really cool blog like 20 years ago, and I was reading that. I absolutely loved it. He wanted to sell a story as like a book or something. What I didn't know was like a year ago, they did a documentary about it. It's on Netflix. You should watch it. I think it's either Netflix or Hulu, but it's about this guy's Pez story. It's such a cool documentary. You know, he started getting like in trouble with Pez because he would import all these, Pez's that were only European releases and stuff. And he was selling stuff for like thousands of dollars that like people were really excited for it. It's a really fun documentary. Yeah, I'm tired. I don't know if I'm going to make it to an hour tonight. I feel myself like ready to pass out. Then there's another collector that in the 1970s, he started trying to collect every newspaper comic ever. And he, he started collecting them for years. Like from a child on, he was collecting them. And then sometime in the 70s, he realized that a lot of the libraries were destroying their newspaper collections. They were getting rid of them to put them on microfiche film. And he realized the film would not do these comics justice. The comics were just having them get destroyed. And so he decided he had to keep them, but the libraries wouldn't give them to him because they're like, they thought he was crazy. He's like, I want all your newspapers. So he created a nonprofit, and that nonprofit started getting permission to pick up the newspapers from all these libraries. So he would run like tractor trailers or moving trucks, and he would go to these libraries and literally pick up thousands of newspapers, pull out all the cartoon sections, and he amassed millions of pages. Like his house was full. And then sometime in the late 90s, I don't know what happened, but he had to move and he couldn't bring it with him. So what he did was he donated the whole collection to the Billy Ireland Museum in, I want to say in Ohio, I think. So they're doing a fundraiser right now because they have these millions of pages that they need to preserve, and they're all kind of like crumbling and stuff. Not yet. I am tired. I've been up since last night, like 8 o'clock. So I've been up for 26 hours. I'm actually really feeling it right now. So I might only go for half an hour because I'm starting to feel it. I'm gonna pass out. Pez is tasty. I like Pez. I think it's a delicious candy. But anyway, I would love to see another documentary or a documentation on that collector as well. Those are a couple of my favorite collectors in history. And then I was just thinking, like in the late 1880s, when they started making cigarettes instead of cigars, they would put them in these, like the packs they would make are really weak and flimsy. And so the cigarettes would break. So they were like really low brow for like the poor folks, basically. The poor folks would buy them. So they had to come up with something to protect the cigarettes. So they started putting cardboard in, like pieces of cardboard in the packs. But then those cardboard, they realized they could put advertisements on it. No, I don't have insomnia. I just have a non-24, I forget, there's a name for it where you don't live on a 24-hour schedule. No, I just sleep when my body tells me to sleep. So I don't sleep in the same 8 hours because when I try to do that, I'm not functional. I don't get anything done. So I sleep when I'm tired and I'm awake when I'm not tired. Sometimes I sleep 6 hours. Sometimes I sleep 12 hours. I feel like I should sleep 12 hours today. I felt like I should sleep 12 hours on Saturday. I only slept 6 hours. It was really weird. But it just is what it is. Try my best to work around it. So it was like 1888. They took the cigarette packs. They're putting cardboard in it to protect the cigarettes. They realized they could print advertisements, so they started selling advertisements on these cards in the packs. But then they thought, we're printing up these cards anyway, that they started printing pictures on the other side. So they would do like, salacious lady pictures, not nudie pictures, but maybe in lingerie. They would do just like fun pictures like that. And those, sold pretty well. But then they started putting sports figures on the cards. And those actually became really popular. And it got to the point where all the kids wanted them too. So I would love to see a movie telling that storyline. I would like to see a scene where you see, like a 10-year-old kid walking up to all the guys smoking the cigarettes being like, hey, mister, can I get your card from your cigarette pack? Hey, mister, can I get your card? And like these kids like trying to collect them. That would be such a fun freaking movie. I would love that. Yeah, non-circadian, that's it. There's a term for it. The Honus Wagner card, there's like 3 or 4 versions of the Honus Wagner cards. So there's some common ones you can get with a different advertisement on it. The same front, you can get that for a few $100. The rare one was with a different advertisement on the back. And by the time they started printing that advertisement, they didn't want to use his image on the cards without getting paid or something like that. So they had to recall them or stop making them. So that particular card, they only end up making a handful. And that's a whole story in itself too. The one that sells for the most money, people think it came off an uncut sheet that they actually cut. So that's got a whole big long story behind it as well. But the whole history of trading cards and how they're made was awesome. Like I love the story about them. There's several great books about it. I think one was called Mint Condition and another one was called I forget the name of it. And then I think sometime by the late 1800s, like all the different people making cards got bought up and they stopped making them for a few years. I think there was like 10 years where they stopped making trading cards. And then in the 1930s, during the Depression, they were selling bubble gum. Someone else had the patent on, cigarette cards. So someone who was making bubble gum thought, hey, why don't we put a card in with our bubble gum? Because, this brand sells a piece of gum for a penny, but how do we differentiate ourselves? So they would put a card in with the piece of bubble gum just so that that 1 penny they're getting from people that had a limited budget would get a little bit more value. Oh, that's cool. Old printed stuff just looks so cool to me. So in the 1930s, there was like 2 or 3 companies and some lawsuits with trading cards in with bubble gum. And then all those got consolidated, and then they stopped making cards again in the 40s. And it wasn't until like 51, 52 they started making trading cards again. Yeah, the little Bazooka Joe comics. I think in the 70s too, they had little teeny comic books that had bubble gum in it that like were actual like 5-10 page comics. I have a bunch of those. Those are super cool. Oh, you get anything really cool, Will? Was it amazing? Yeah, after Will dropped off the comics, he went to go buy action figures from one of his contacts. Damn, I mean, that's a great price, but damn, that's a lot of action figures. That's a lot of action figures. Anything vintage, like older from the 80s, or was it all like kind of modern stuff? Everyone really enjoyed seeing all your old comics. They want to see you get me another whole stash of old comics because it's super fun showing the old stuff. I love showing the old stuff. Whew. Yeah, they had in the 1970s. They actually had these mini comic books that were about that big, that were about 10 pages. That came with a slice of bubble gum and a 10-page comic book. They're actually really cool. I have a bunch of them. If I can ever dig those out, I'll dig them out to show in a future video. Oh, that Sentinel's actually got some value, I think. It's one of those Build-A-Figures, right? That you put together from a bunch of other ones. Or was it a separate one? I forget. Whew. All right, I've been walking half an hour. I'm gonna see on my steps because I'm feeling myself like I'm gonna pass out, and I don't want to. Yeah, I had to check my steps. So I'm at 10. I just hit 10,000 steps. I think I'm gonna call it quits because I need to go to sleep. I finally feeling the exhaustion and the call. Time to sleepy. But I wish I could go longer. Super fun day though. Super fun day. Yeah, Will, I don't think there was what's his name? A Clint Eastwood book they showed me from another box. I need to get that one. Thanks, Will. I'll figure out. I could probably use a bunch of figures. We'll figure something out. But when I think of the ships and the men going down and the Russians, yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna do as crazy a day tomorrow because I'm exhausted now. But it was so fun today. It was a ton of fun. I gotta price out all of Will's comics when I wake up. Okay. How do I flip this? Oh, I can't see. It's so dark. What do I see? Okay. All right. Just want to let you guys know. I appreciate you. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me all freaking day. It's been amazing. I will see you guys tomorrow.